just to be the man who will finally learn how to play chess. So, hello everybody, my name is Arnoshag and welcome today to an analysis of a chess game. Now, both me and my opponent have more than 500 miles and a 500 more to become decent chess players, because although our ratings are not awful, this game, let me give you a sneak peek. Look at this. This is what you will see. When you see the evaluation being a traffic light, it's not a good sign. So let's go into this wonderful beauty has a lot of different things in it, okay? Game. So we begin with the Open Sicilian, the Smith-Morra Gambit. The point of it is to open these two files and have nice attacking chances down the middle. And we will see that the opponent knows what he is doing with this gambit. We continue normal development, blah blah blah. I want to get into a position. This is the position that is beginning to go interesting because we're on move 11, the pieces are developed, and we are starting. So okay, he relinquishes defense of this pawn is now hanging but counterattacks my queen and this pawn, so I got a slide. I decided to slide my queen to b8 instead of d8 because if I had gone to d8 then there is bishop to c5, and because this is pinned, this pawn, the queen is pinned because the rook is here, this would be a very bad trade for me. So I decided not to go for this. So instead I decided to go queen to b8. But okay, rook ac1. The computer will say it's an inaccuracy. Don't believe the computer. It sometimes ruins games. Look at these two rooks, beautiful on the open files. What I continued is a6, kick the knight, kick the bishop, and play knight to a5, attacking the bishop. Here my opponent plays knight to d5, counter-attacking my bishop. And here we see the point of the 500 miles video, music video that I showed you in the beginning. Knight takes b3. Absolutely blundering this entire sequence, after which I am down a full bishop. Of course, it did not happen like this. After a takes, sorry. So my opponent did capture the bishop. I played king h8. He captured my knight, so he didn't capture the second bishop. Allowed me to save it and get myself a nice counterattack on the e4 pawn. Okay, what continued after that? I grabbed the e4 pawn. But I saw that although this is the best move for whatever damn reason, I forgot the knight was hanging, but this bishop is now undefended in the side of my queen. And he blundered. He blundered by taking what is seemingly a free pawn, but blundering bishop captures, queen captures, queen captures. So okay, material is restored, I'm up a pawn. But this game is far from over. Rook c6. Okay, attacking. Now I played queen a7. He doubled the rooks and a blunder. Why? Because of rook c7. This is a very critical move. The computer, believe it or not, wants me to capture the knight and lose my queen and place this position. I don't think I have to remind you that a queen for two rooks and a rook for a knight is terribly over for me. Plus he has the safer king. So after playing something like, let's say, h3 to prevent any back rank mate issues, because it is right now covered, but if you move to the queen, some weird stuff could happen. He is completely winning. So after queen to b6, my opponent found knight takes f7, which is another great line because I decided to save the queen with queen to b6. I moved to the king, it's the only move. And now he played h3. My opponent in this game decided to see like 500 million ghosts. And why is that? The first ghost he saw is that for whatever reason, I'm threatening back rank issues if he captured the rook. I am not threatening absolutely anything here. This is guarded by two pieces and now you can play h3. What is the problem? I don't see into the head of my opponent, but you clearly took on f7, going, I will take the rook. No problem, h3. Fine, I can save the rook now, but what next? Okay, he captures the pawn, sure, because I hung it. I don't think 500 miles is gonna be enough for me. But I found a nice response thanks to this, because I saw that my eyes on the rook were now open and I played knight e8. On the surface, this move looks beautiful. Attacks the rook and attacks the queen. And after the queen moves, let's say to here, I can just capture. There is no checkmate, and I am perfectly fine in this position, up a rook. What I completely overlooked is that my opponent is not a moron. Queen d5 check. Only move if I don't want to like give up the rook 3 different ways is king h8. After which the opponent followed it up nicely with knight to f7 check. What I have to do in this position is unfortunately capture the knight. But I did not do this. I felt it would be complete suicide to allow this. And okay, the computer wants to capture with the rook, but it's the same thing. I would just be dead. There is just no way. Knight here. I even capture this rook. It's just so over. So after knight to f7 check, I'm completely dead lost. So I go king g8, hoping for one thing, that the opponent won't find knight g6 check. This is one of the most known but the most beautiful checkmating ideas in all of chess. It is to drag the king over here, which is the only move, and then play queen g8. I have to take it's the only move, and he would checkmate with a knight. Wonderful smothered mate. But after king h8 and king h8, for whatever reason my opponent missed, and he went right back. He saw another ghost. I don't know what he saw. He saw another ghost. Maybe the ghost he saw was queen captures on f2. But that is just a complete ghost. You have checkmate. But okay, I knew that he wouldn't find it again, so I just played king g8. And now he played the rook to e6. Again, he should have gone knight to h6. It is a forced checkmate. But he doesn't see it. And when you don't see it once, you usually never see it again. And now, without giving me a check, he gives me a rare opportunity to get my queen back into the game, queen f6. I know the computer wants, sorry, way too many arrows. The computer wants the knight to go to f6, to target the queen, connect the rooks. But if you decide to capture the rook, I capture this one. So it's not really game over. But he decided to play knight h6 check once again. After this, however, I again only move king h8, and now he saw the ghost again. What he should do in this position is that his knight is hanging and his rook is hanging, but also my rook is hanging, remember, still. So the move knight to g4 and the pawn on f2 is hanging seems to fix all of his problems, but after I decide to capture the rook, there is another problem to the position. You want to capture here, you definitely want to, but there is the problem of knight f6. You target the knight, which is a key defender, and you also target the queen. But okay, this position is again playable. But after I took the rook, he saw another ghost and played rook d1. I don't know what he didn't like about taking this rook. Maybe he thought there are some other discovered attacks, but knight f6 is completely fine. So now I'm up a rook. But the fun is not over. I played knight to f6, targeting the knight, the queen, defending my rook. It's the only move. He captured. I captured with the pawn to give the king some Lufthansa. The computer wants capturing with the queen. It's again completely fine. It threatens this, but I think he has a better problem to deal with. The 4 seconds on the clock. And so, after G captures, he started panicking. Objectively, the best move in this position after this random king move is queen e5. Just get the queens off, target this pawn, target these pawns, it's over. But I played rook a8, trying to get rid of the rook first. He captured, because you know, you do weird stuff when you have 2 seconds on the clock. And after the dust settled, it was me with pre-moving these moves, and he lost on time. However, if I had lost this position, just allow me to delete the YouTube channel at that point. So, thank you very much for watching, and it's gonna take more than 500 it's gonna take more than 500 miles for me to save something, for me to become better at chess. Yeah. Have a nice day, and may God bless you all.